Thank you for tuning in again to Heart with Tony Isa. Today I happen to have one of my favorite people in the police department, Officer Gilbert.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. So, like I like to ask all my people that come in, tell us who Case Gilbert is.
My name's Case Gilbert. I live in Angola, Indiana, and I've lived here my entire life. I left for 4 years to go to college at Ball State. I married my high school sweetheart, Brecken. She works as a nurse practitioner up at Parkview Physicians Group in Angola. And we have 4 children together. I have a 17-year-old, a 15-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a 7-year-old.
Tyson happens to be the best friend of my son, Anthony. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
So how long have you been a police officer?
I've worked for the city of Angola going on 13 years.
And you're the guy with the K-9 unit, correct?
I am one of the guys with the K-9 unit. It's going to be short-lived here. I think my K-9 Yogi has about 8 more working days left, and then he's retiring.
Oh, wow.
And Officer Noel is going to take over as the next K-9 officer. So Yogi's been on the road for about 10 years, so I think it's time for him to have a little break.
Fantastic. Can you tell us a story about him or anything? I know that's off rip, but do you have any stories about him?
Yeah, I mean, my favorite stories always with Yogi is when he's at the police department and all the other officers just want to mess with him. And Yogi has bitten more officers because they just want to tug at his ears and goof around with him, and he doesn't put up with any of the other officers messing with him. So I always get a laugh out of him biting other officers at the PD.
That is awesome. All right, so because we're coming up on that time, or spring break, it's just around the corner.
Yes.
A lot of families like to take off and go places for spring break. Any suggestions or things that you can kind of give people advice for how to help them not get broken into during that time away?
I think there's a few important things that I would do if I were to go somewhere, starting with start with a couple trusted neighbors. Let them know that you're going to be heading out for the week, and to just keep an eye on the place. If any vehicles were to show up there, don't be afraid to call 911 or the sheriff's department or the city police. You know, I'd rather go out to a house and have it be a family member than not go out and have it be broken in later.
Right.
Another thing that I always have is cameras around my residence, always motion censored cameras along with, motion censored lights that would come on. So it's important that you can always see on your phone then if someone were to walk around your house or come up to your house, it sends an alert to my phone so that I know someone's there, whether it's a UPS driver or the kids are home from school. So I think even when I'm gone, I utilize that camera system that I have.
Well, I've seen a lot of my friends have it, and it's like that. You see commercials on TV where someone's actually talking to somebody that's either breaking in or attempting to break in, or like, hey, you better run, that kind of mentality. It's kind of funny. But, I mean, technology's come so far, and it's cost effective, right? So it makes a lot of sense to protect. It's really good. And it probably helps your rates having that type of thing. So, how about, I got a 19-year-old, and when she was 17, she was like, Dad, my friends and I are going to Florida. And as a dad, you're like, no, you're not, but you can't necessarily stop everything. Here's a question for you, is that what advice would you give parents that have that know-it-all child that is just bound and determined to go away for spring break, and, assurances that they can maybe help keep it safer?
I don't think it's a terrible idea that they go enjoy themselves. I think they just need to do a little research on where they're going and give the parents a heads up. I'm staying at this location this night, and we're going to be there for a couple days, and check in with the parents every day or every couple days just so that they know that you've made it to the next location or you're doing fine. And also traveling at night, be in groups of 2 or 3 just for safety factors. Just always walk around together with your friends and just make sure everybody stays safe that way.
And check in with your parents, okay? Check in. So another big one, as a realtor in the community, we have to be careful from steering. So my question is, if you were going to go buy a home, and what type of research can you do to make sure that you kind of have a heads up on any suspect neighbors, if you will, that might have sex offenders, let's say, close by. Or
okay, as far as sex offenders go, you can easily look up all of that information on the internet. You can say, are there any sex offenders near me? And lots of maps will come up that have access to those records. And if you don't have the internet, you can always go to the sheriff's office, and they always have a book there with pictures and the location in which the sex offenders live, along with some of the specifications on what they can and can't do as a sex offender. So I think there's a couple resources out there that you shouldn't have any problem as a new person coming into our community to know if there's any located near you.
Right, 'cause, you never know, and you just want to be careful.
Right. Totally understand that.
All right, so last question that I have, and that is, tell us something about Case Gilbert that most people would not know about.
Let's see. As little as 15 years ago, and I'm sure that you can't say this, I had a full head of hair. So, and I'm pretty sure that you can't say that.
I cannot say that. Look at you getting me. There you go. Zing.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah, well, there you are. Congratulations.
Thank you.
But you know what? Now you're just like me. So how about that?
Yeah, just like you.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us today.
No problem.
Thank you for watching another episode. And please smash it, like it, and share it. That's how we get everybody knowing what's going on. And hopefully you'll enjoy this one and more to come. Thank you very much for joining us today on our videos. I appreciate that. We're going to try to be doing these on a weekly basis. Look forward to helping, giving information that might be beneficial to someone or anybody that watches these. If you have any questions or would like to learn more information or have questions about anything else that you'd like me to interview, please feel free to reach out to me at Tony Isa at remax.net. Again, Tony Isa at remax.net. Thank you very much.